Novethic and Relevant, the 8th edition. I'm very pleased to welcome Catherine Howarth. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Catherine. You're Chief Executive of Share Action. Maybe a word about Share Action.
So Share Action is an NGO that specializes and focuses 100% on the investment arena and allows citizens with retirement savings, with personal savings, to have a voice inside the system, to encourage large funds to apply high standards of responsible investment and ESG integration. We're also shareholder activists. We buy shares in companies. We train people how to ask a really good question to the board of directors at their annual general meeting. And we've really shown that the voice of the citizen in the investment space can be a real force for change.
Well, this is a lot of pressure for me. I hope I will raise some good questions. But anyway, how do you push investors to act on climate change, for instance?
Well, we truly believe that investors have a legal duty, if they're looking after somebody else's money, like a pension fund, for example, to take climate change risk very seriously. It's actually going to vitally transform the economy. It poses huge financial risks if we don't deal with it. But in the transition, there's going to be winners and losers in the corporate sector. So pension funds, we do think, have a legal duty to focus on those risks and manage them actively on behalf of fund members. We move them along by surveying their performance on this, and we rank them. We publish the rankings. We try and make it very transparent which investors are doing a good job, which investors are doing a poor job.
How do they react?
Well, you know, the ones that do well in the survey and the ranking, they love it.
Yeah, of course.
They're very happy.
That's the easiest part.
That's the easiest part, but it's good because you build some friends for the process. The ones that come at the bottom get very uncomfortable and then they begin to move. And this isn't about, being a big blame game. This is about genuinely exposing some poor performance which has implications for the fund members in those funds, and moving them towards best practice. We also do a lot of highlighting and communicating what the best funds are doing, encouraging the sharing of best practice. There's lots of positive ways of moving the field along.
And what is the real power of citizens on this topic?
Well, in a digital era, citizens have a lot of power in their pocket with a mobile phone. So we've created online digital tools that allow people to send an email to their fund asking for improvements and for change around climate risk management, around investments in renewable energy, around actually a whole range of ESG issues, not just climate. So we're in a time when citizens have power. They just need to get organized, they need to talk to each other. So there's a lot of work to do to make this happen. It doesn't happen automatically, but we have just only our lack of imagination to stop us, really, because honestly, we have all the tools we need.
Maybe you could name a success story in this matter?
So, well, one thing we've been working on in the last 12 months is shareholder resolutions at BP and Shell, Royal Dutch Shell, which were the first shareholder resolutions in British history to be legally successful and to get more than 75%, which is required to pass. So we're interacting with a huge number of ordinary people, regular people that have BP and Shell shares in their pension fund, also with the big investors, also with the companies, and we're seeing some real movement.
Is it really a 50-50 membership, I would say, from regular people and more institutional funds? Because many of the people who sat here at this table said, well, the public is not very pushy at the time being, and the investment funds are more ahead.
Yeah, I think it's true that some of the best funds are far ahead of the public, and they've really been thinking and studying the problem, so that's great. Unfortunately, some of the worst funds are moving too slowly, and our experience is that just a tiny number of fund members, when they start to be a bit vocal, can move a very huge fund quite a long way. So, because pension funds are collective investment vehicles with thousands and thousands of members, you get 5 active members they can make a big difference on the performance of the fund. So there's actually a very positive dynamic where you don't need to get the mass of the population involved, although of course we would love to, and the more the merrier. That's of course our
One last question, Catherine, if I may. What are the main outcome of COP21 are you expecting?
So, well, like many people around the world, I'm very excited about COP21, and I really wish all of the negotiators well, and the French government for hosting it and all of the rest. But
something very concrete.
Concrete, well, we are on the 9th of December, we are launching an initiative for citizen investors that connects with COP. So we are creating a tool that will, and launching it for the first time, which will allow anyone in the world with pension savings that are invested in the stock market to encourage their fund to invite all the companies, the publicly listed companies, to transition their operations onto renewable energy and renewable electric power. So we know that Google, Apple, IKEA, H&M, Commerce Bank, a big range of companies have made that commitment, but we are launching an investor coalition with citizen support to spread that practice really rapidly. And I think COP21 is providing a platform for things which are outside of the formal negotiation process, but which bring together the energy and passion people have for a low carbon world. And that's one of the great things about COP, is that whatever happens in the negotiations, and I hope that they go well, of course, whatever happens, it's galvanizing energy in the business community, in the investment community, and in civil society to transition our world for a safe climate.
Well, we wish you the best. Thank you very much, Catherine.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.